I didn't really know, but I figured it would. Because the other artists kind of helped back a little bit.
Jerry Lee Lewis is a famous American singer, pianist, songwriter, keyboard player, musician, and actor. This man has been regarded as the first great wild man of rock and roll. Moreover, Jerry is considered one of the most influential pianists of the 20th century. The singer has had 30 songs reach the top 10 of the Billboard Country and Western chart. Me and Bobby McGee, Would You Take Another Chance on Me? There Must Be More to Love Than This, and To Make Love Sweeter for You are some of the #1 country hits of this singer. During his career, Jerry's won 2 Grammy Hall of Fame awards and 4 Grammy Awards, including a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. This man is the last surviving member of Sun Records' $1 Million Quartet.
And we've had parties together, we've been out together, we've sang together, we've jammed together in honky-tonks, and we've had good times.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Jerry Lee Lewis, but he's also known as The Killer, the Faraday Fireball. He was born October 29, 1935 in Faraday, Louisiana, United States, making him age 85 at the time of this production. He stands at 1.803 meters or 5 feet 10 inches tall. Back in the year 1986, this man was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Moreover, he's been inducted into the Hit Parade Hall of Fame. In 2004, Rolling Stone magazine ranked Jerry number 24 on the list of the 100 greatest artists of all time. A music critic named Robert Christgau once said about Jerry, his drive, his timing, his offhand vocal power, his unmistakable boogie plus piano, and his absolute confidence in the face of the void make Jerry Lee the quintessential rock and roller. He suffered a minor stroke in Memphis in 2019 and had to cancel some of his upcoming appearances. Jerry studied at the Southwest Bible Institute in Waxahachie in Texas. Moreover, he was thrown out for playing a boogie-woogie version of My God Is Real. This was the early incident that foreshadowed Jerry's lifelong conflict over his religious beliefs and his love of playing the devil's music. The singer reportedly argued with Sam Phillips during the recording of Great Balls of Fire. This argument was recorded, and he can be heard asking Phillips, How can the devil save souls? What are you talking about? In a documentary titled The Jerry Lee Lewis Story, the singer told the interviewer, The Bible don't even speak of religion. No word of religion is even in the Bible. Sanctification? Are you sanctified? Have you been saved? See, I was a good preacher. I know my Bible. I find myself falling short of the glory of God. Jerry decided to record a gospel album for the first time back in 1970, and gospel music was a staple of Jerry's performing repertoire. The singer has been married 7 times and has 6 children with different women. Back in the year 1952, he married Dorothy Barton. At that time, Jerry was 16 years old, and the pair got divorced in October 1953. Then, in September of that year, Jerry married Jane Mitchum. They had 2 children together, including Jerry Lee Lewis Jr. and Ronnie Guy Lewis. Ronnie was born in 1956, and Lewis Jr. born in 1954. In 1973, Lewis Jr. died in a car accident. Jerry married his cousin, Myra Gale Brown, in December 1957. However, Jerry's divorce from Jane wasn't finalized at that time, so he had to remarry Myra in June 1958. Myra filed for divorce in 1970, claiming that she had been subject of every type of physical and mental abuse imaginable. With Brown, Lewis had 2 children. Their first child, Steve Allen Lewis, was born in 1959 and died in 1962. Then in 1963, they welcomed their second child named Phoebe Allen Lewis. From 1971 to 1982, Jerry was married to Jaron Elizabeth Gunn Peet. Their daughter, named Lori Lee Lewis, was born in 1972. In August 1983, he married Sean Stevens, who died only 77 days after their marriage. From 1984 to 2005, Jerry was married to Carrie McGarver. The singer married his 7th wife, Judith Lewis, in March 2012.
I figured it would be a good song to put on the flip side.
Yeah.
And even though it wouldn't get the airplay the other song yet, but it would ease up.
The singer is the son of Mamie Lewis and Elmo. Let me tell you that Jerry grew up in an impoverished farming family in eastern Louisiana. He started playing piano during his youth with his cousins Jimmy Swaggart and Mickey Gilley. Mickey later became a famous country music singer, while Jimmy became a well-known TV evangelist. Jerry's parents mortgaged their farm to purchase a piano for Jerry. The singer was influenced by his older cousin named Carl McVoy, who used to play the piano. Carl went on to record with Bill Black's combo. Moreover, Jerry was also influenced by the radio and the sounds from Haney's Big House. Jerry made his first public performance of his musical career in November 1949. At that time, he played with a country and western band at a car dealership in Faraday. Here, it's worth mentioning that Jerry has admitted that Moon Mullican inspired him. After Jerry was expelled from the Southwest Bible Institute, he started playing at clubs. The musician traveled to Nashville in 1955. After being turned down by the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, he visited Memphis to audition for Sun Records in 1956. He started recording as a solo artist and as a session musician for other artists signed to Sun Records such as Johnny Cash and Carl Perkins. You can hear Jerry's piano playing in Carl's Put Your Cat Clothes On, Your True Love, and Matchbox. In December of that year, an unplanned session involving Lewis, Carl, Johnny, and Elvis Presley was recorded, which was later released as $1 Million Quartet. He released hits like Whole Lotta Shakin' Going On, Great Balls of Fire, and a Big Maybelle cover. Then in 1958, Jerry made a cameo appearance in High School Confidential. He performed the title song, which peaked at number 21 on the Billboard chart. However, his British tour was canceled in 1958 when it was reported that Jerry had married his first cousin, who was 13 years old at that time. To revive his career, Jerry decided to record country ballads and released 2 hit singles, including To Make Love Sweeter for You and Another Place, Another Time. In 1969, Jerry released an album titled The Golden Cream of the Country. His record deal with Sun ended in 1963, and Jerry went on to sign a deal with Smash Records. From 1968 to 1977, he had 17 top 10 hit singles on the Billboard Country chart. This man is still considered actively performing in concerts. And in March 2020, it was announced that Jerry and producer T-Bone Burnett were recording a new album of gospel covers.
Record coming out, it's like a whole new beginning. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to stop and think. It's been 20 years since I've recorded an album or CD now.
Jerry primarily earns through writing songs, singing, and as a pianist. However, he's also added extra money to his bank account through various brand endorsement deals. Here it's worth mentioning that he filed for bankruptcy in 1988 and claimed that he had over $3 million in debt. However, he's since recovered and is making a lot of money through his songs and concerts. Jerry Lee Lewis has a total net worth of $10 million. He owns a ranch in Mississippi. Jerry Lee Lewis likely owns the following cars: a Rolls-Royce Corniche, a 1941 Ford, a BMW, a Lincoln Continental, a Ferrari,